Hi, good evening, friends. Welcome to another episode of Drinking Wine with Uncle Greg and iPhone. Today we're going to travel to Napa Valley and taste Spottswoode Estate 1997 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. Spottswoode is one of my favorite wineries in Napa. It was started by John and Mary Novak in 1972 when they moved their family to Napa Valley and bought the estate. They grew grapes for 10 years with their teenage kids in tow. Beth, my friend, who's the CEO now, and her sisters, as well as a brother, and started making their own wine in 1982 was their first vintage. Tony Soter encouraged them to do so. They'd been selling fruit to Duckhorn and some other famous wineries in the valley, but the estate was so good here on the west bench of the St. Helena AVA. So 1982 was their first vintage, and so this would be about their 15th or 16th vintage. In the 90s were a very fascinating time in Napa Valley. The ripeness thing became prominent, and maybe 1991, it was the first vintage where these longer, warm summers allowed the vintners to grow the grapes at a longer period of time. Up to that point, they were trying to mimic Bordeaux in the 70s and 80s and picking the grapes at a earlier ripening point with lower Brix level of sugar in the grapes, matching what was achieved in Bordeaux. But Bordeaux is very much a maritime influenced climate, so grapes don't get that ripe there. The best vintages in Bordeaux are what they call the California vintages, where the wines do get really ripe in September, which Napa Valley has almost every year. So in the early 90s, people started, maybe in 1994 became one of these vintages of ripeness became a real thing. So the vintners started making wines, hanging on the vines longer, getting more extraction, higher alcohols, more oak. But Spottswoode always followed their own drum, which was picking a little bit earlier. They've always been known as the Chateau Margaux of Napa Valley. A little more elegant, lighter style. Let's see what the alcohol content here is, probably about 13%. Let's take a look at this wine. Wow, amazing. The fill was really good. The cork had a little trouble coming out. You can see it wasn't stained up to the top. It's been in my cellar. I bought 6 bottles of this wine from Beth Novak, the CEO, my friend, for, since 1991. Our kids grew up together. My oldest, Frances, was born in 1997, so this is her birth year vintage. Beth has 2 sons, Sean and Liam, who are now both working in the wine business. Her youngest is at school in Oregon, and her oldest is working for Winebow in San Francisco. Wow, really pretty. Look at that red color there. Really lively. I'm not seeing that much aging on this wine. It looks really red and juicy. Semi-transparent, not too dark, not too extracted. Some beautiful aromas of some dried cherry, a little bit of hint of mocha. A little bit of mint elevating the palate, a little bit of menthol. Gorgeous red fruited aromas coming out of the glass. Let's give it a little sippy sip. Wow. Oh, really pleasing, pleasant palate here. There's still a lot of juiciness here, youthfulness even at, what are we, like 27 years from vintage? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's how old my youngest daughter is, Frances. Cheers, Franny. I still have one of these bottles in your time capsule waiting for you, so don't worry that I'm drinking yours. Wow, what a delicious red fruited, lively Cabernet Sauvignon, crisp red fruits, but a little bit of mocha in the background, a little bit of chocolate, smooth velvety tannins, just seamless right now. Just gorgeous expression of the Cabernet Sauvignon. Wow, what a fabulous wine. Fabulous time to be drinking Napa Valley Cabernet 1997 from Spottswoode Estate. Cheers. Thanks for watching.